Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CCS Season 8 Championships presented by the Sideline Sports Network. I'm your host, Nation Real, joined by co-host Defici Taquito. It's number 1 Maryland in the Midwest, or the South Regional first round, taking on number 16 NJIT here. It's a 1-16 matchup here. Taquito should be a wash for Maryland, but we'll see if NJIT can put up a fight.
That's kind of what we said right before we dropped into this match. It was kind of one of those things where, like, we know Maryland, we know the Terrapins, we know how good these guys are. NJIT has a big task in front of them. This being the championship side of South Region, it's just, I mean, it's number 1 versus number 16. Like, you just kind of have to, like, you got to take it for what it is. Stats are going to tell you that obviously Maryland should, without a doubt, win this through and through. But hey, maybe NJIT's got some stuff up their sleeve. Maybe they'll be able to pull a game out. Let's just say they win a game. That's probably a huge victory for them in this series. But best of 7 on what we got right now, right? Where everything here is best of 7, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long series. Like I told you, like the last time I actually got to see Maryland, they were over at BBB in Kentucky playing on land, and man, these boys are animals. They were playing incredibly well against some very, very tough competition then, and I'm sure they've kind of probably dropped a little bit over time, but you don't lose that flair when you're up that high.
Well, this is the 4th iteration of the 64-team bracket. This is match number 16 for a 1 versus a 16. The 1 seed is 15-0. So they've never lost to a 16 seed, and we'll have to wait and see if NJIT can make that 1-15 tonight, or 0-16 favoring Maryland. But we can't expect Maryland to have no problem winning this series, but nonetheless, NJIT's got the experience of the CCS tournament multiple times in the previous seasons, and that should help them a little bit here tonight. But again, Maryland are a tall order. They're going to have their hands full for the Highlanders.
I mean, full indeed is a good way to put it. Right now, they're playing pretty good, I guess, middle ground Rocket League. They're not really letting Maryland get a whole lot. That's a waterfall gone by the wayside. Cozy P will pick it up. He tries to get another touch. Turtle is going to be there to finish it off right underneath the crossbar. Pretty quick goal number 1 here, just outside the first minute, and it took just kind of like frazzling the Highlanders defense. It's not to say they were out of sorts, but they were just definitely out of rotation, out of boost. So no utensils, no tools, not going to help you do the job.
And this is the Maryland team that has a lot of high highs and a lot of low lows this year, and again, they lost to Purdue in Game 5, which, Purdue's a heck of a team. Again, they're a 3 seed in this tournament for a reason. 4 seed. But Maryland, I feel like, is a team that really, even from preseason opening night on broadcast, when they played Louisiana and absolutely murdered them. This is a team that can make a deep run in this tournament and win a national title if they make it that far to Sunday, May 3rd. But nonetheless, it starts off here, the NJIT into North Texas next week in round 2 with the winner. But this Maryland team, Taquito, can make a heck of a run. This is the team that really can compete for a national title.
Oh, absolutely. Again, I watched them take, I don't know if you guys actually pay attention to all the CRL stuff, and this was back before the team changed, but I watched them take a very strong Bruton Parker squad that they probably statistically on paper should not have been close to, all the way to the final game in an overtime on land. That was probably one of the loudest, most hyped series I've ever seen in person. Unfortunately, it wasn't streamed, but crazy series nonetheless. So it's just one of these teams that, like you said, you can't sleep on them. They are a powerhouse, stacked team, especially here for the CCS.
And usually Maryland's around the 4 seed in the last couple of iterations of their postseason runs, but this season it's a 1 seed for the Terrapins. We'll see if they can make use of that into a Final Four or a national title game, rather. But last season they were a Game 7 overtime open net whiff shot from Cozy P away from a national title game last season.
Yeah, I remember that. That one made me sad. That's a great shot. Even better save right there from Andy coming off the back wall. That was great awareness there by the Highlanders. They still only kept it at 1 goal. It seems to be talking about Maryland so much. We got to start talking about the defense that the Highlanders have put on. They really, really have stepped up ever since letting that first goal in.
And those of you watching, OT9 is Hexy. He's having a K-pop fandom right now. He's changing his name 10 times a week. But 2 minutes on the clock right now, and Maryland up by 1. Plenty of time still to go for 1 here for the Highlanders, Taquito. But again, this season has been all Maryland for as much as they work with Skeletron on the opener.
I told you, man, it doesn't matter what your seed is. It doesn't matter who you are in a tournament. This is what you have to fear. Who shows up on the day? Who is showing up ready to play Rocket League? It's 1-1, 16th seed just tied the game against the 1 seed.
What is game 1? Minute 45 left to go. I wouldn't quite say that, this is any worrisome for a Maryland fan in chat watching this or just now tuning in, but, again, not the start you probably want to see in a 1 versus 16. You probably want to see a game be a blowout to kick things off to really kind of put the series into perspective as to what the score should look like. But NJIT, again, a heck of a roster. Just a couple of unfortunate losses through league play and didn't win the regular season championship, hence the seeding is a little bit lower than it probably should have been.
Oh,
they're usually around a 13th seed, if not a 14th seed, the last couple of runs here for the Highlanders, but now it is number 1 Maryland they pull in the opening round.
And it's a tough pull regardless, but I mean, they have stepped up big time. Cozy just floating on with the rest of his boost, getting that out of town. Turtle, big touch here. Skeletron tries to lay it down. Daysky's a little awkward. That means Andy flies through, so they're gonna have to rush back to the back line. Oh, good double touch to get past Turtle. No boost, though, to continue. Cozy P also out of juice. Lots of people out of sorts in the corner, but Skeletron couldn't get there in time. An open net missed opportunity there for the Highlanders.
So again, UNT get the winner of this series in next week's round of 32. But we'll see if Maryland can find a way to power through here late in game 1. 30 seconds on the clock, and the Terps still struggling to close out game 1. Nikita, we're at a 1-1 ball game with under 20 to play.
Ooh, it's a good fake. It's a great shot. Turtle puts it too low. Skeletron, easy defense right there. Big clear from Andy. Cozy P just picks the pocket of Hexy. That one was dangerous. Daysky almost found an open net. Skeletron pass middle. Andy down low. That's what happens when you make a bad cut in the midfield. The Highlanders have just taken the lead with 4 seconds left.
And Turtle caught on the backboard, lacking 4 to go. Maryland trailing 1 on a 2-0 run for the Highlanders of NJIT from New Jersey and the United States here. Now Maryland, one last effort on 0 seconds. There's the kill, and the Highlanders take game 1.
Told you, Nation. I told you. You cannot sleep. It doesn't matter what that seed is. It doesn't matter who your opponent is on the other side. If you know how good you are, you show up to play, you show up to win, you show up to do your job. Right now, as the 1 seed, that was a massive mistake in the midfield. I gotta call it out again. That one absolutely ruined their chance to go to OT.
I just feel like they got a little lackadaisical there at the end of regulation. And
for sure.
Gave NJIT a couple chances they probably shouldn't have been given, but game 1 goes to the Highlanders 2-1 the final.
It's a good game. I mean, and obviously the mistakes are going to get definitely taken care of moving into game number 2, I at least hope. But big step up. Skeletron scoring that first goal. You said don't worry about it with 2 minutes left, and then we had to worry about it with 20 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? So what we see now is Maryland needs to adapt. They need to fix some things. Maybe, put some flex seal on the holes in the defense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, now here in game 2, Maryland needs to win here. I mean, you don't want to trail 16 seed 0-2 after 10 minutes, but again, Maryland's a team that, again, like I said, can have low lows and very high highs. They can go win a national title. They can be eliminated in the first round of the tournament. There's a lot of gray room in the middle of that area, and we're seeing that play out here.
We absolutely are. I think at the end of this, what we're really going to see is, I guess Turtle was waiting on a cherry pick. I couldn't figure out what he was doing in the corner there. Back off the back wall. The Terps are going to try to find some possession. I wonder what adaptation we see moving into this right now. Like, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to put more offense on? Do you think they're going to utilize the mechs that we know that these guys have? I mean, Cozy P being that big TikToker that he is.
I would imagine that this game, Maryland's probably going to try a little bit harder. They probably weren't going to have to try this hard in the first round, considering they're a 1 seed, but now they kind of realize, okay, like, this team can play us. As Hexy's in a 1-on-2, there's the open to 1-0.
It's a good pass. I got to give Cozy P his flowers on that one. Good land on the back wall. Gets the touch he absolutely needs, and Hexy just needs that lead block. Andy forced to jump. It doesn't matter. No boost. You're kind of just a fish out of water in that moment. So good heads up play for Maryland. The Terps take the first goal a little sooner in game 2 than game 1. At least they score in the first minute, but they're going to have to keep up the pressure.
The offense gets one. Both of the first bloods belong to the Terps in this series. But again, NJIT have responses here. Turtle finds the save off a double commit. Now Maryland, here come the offense. Hexy upfield off the clear and 1:15 down in game 2. Eerily similar to game 1 so far, Nikita. But again, Maryland cannot let this one slip away.
No, they definitely can't. They're going to have to play pretty heads-up possession, I think. It's a good boost grab. Turtles trying to get there. Good eyes from Skeletron to get a touch on the ball. That'd have been an excellent pass for the Terps to take. Hexy is very awkward. No way that ends up working for Daysky.
As NJIT find 3:24 to go. It's forced the goal line, and Hexy nearly got it out of there. But unfortunately, we're back to a level game for Maryland. It's 1-1 at 3:24 to go. We're back to an equal ball game.
That's got to be... I'm not trying to sit here and laugh. That's got to be one of the silliest goals I've ever seen. That was a great touch on the deflect for defense. Pretty awkward, though, out of the corner. Skeletron needs a little bit of help. Daysky does not get the touch he probably wanted. Cozy P needs to play possession, grab some good boost. Didn't get the touch he wanted. He's off the back wall, though. Demo bumps there. Hexy can't get in time. That could have been a great play, but unfortunately, defense a little bit better for the Highlanders.
Turtle around 2 here. Last alive will be Skeletron in the 1-on-1. Shot went high. There's an easy save for the defender. 2:48 to go. Halfway almost through here in game 2, where Maryland again needs to avoid a loss to trail 0-2 here. If they lose this game, they kind of are a little bit in trouble.
I don't even know if it's in trouble right now. They're still playing so good at keeping the game even. Cozy P needs more possession than that. He loses it off the back wall. There's a touch. Skeletron can't get it. 2 people collide in the corner. Everyone's awkward. Daysky send out Skeletron. I like the idea to cut the pass off. Unfortunately, it probably moved more lateral than he wanted. That's a great flick. Better touch from Turtle. That leaves Hexy alone, but defense is better. The Terrapins, they look a little out of sorts right now, but they're still putting up the blocks they need.
Cozy P to the wing there. No good on challenge. Daysky into the backboard. No one home. 2 misses. Hexy back to it. A kill on his Skeletron. NJIT still fighting here. Tied at 1. Under 2 minutes to play. And the Highlanders neck and neck still with Maryland.
And that's crazy. They are just they're hanging on. And I'm not saying that the Terrapins aren't playing a good game. They definitely don't look as strong as their 1 seed suggests. I will concede that fact. But maybe that's just NJIT playing that much better. The Highlanders, they look great through 2 games so far.
1:28 left to go. Hexy and company, Taquito need some help offensively here. As again, Cozy P and Turtle got to step up if you are Maryland to have a chance to go on a run. And although Maryland should win this series, I'm still not really that worried about them yet. But right now, it feels like Hexy's trying to do a lot here and has very little help. And Cozy P trying to make a play happen here. He's a big TikToker too, big content creator. He's disgusting mechanically. He needs to showcase that here tonight.
Dude, for sure, that would be an excellent play. Oh, Turtle, big miss. We gotta pick those up, big dog. Hexy needs some help. Cozy P looking for the sidewall skim, can't find. He's gonna have to do whatever he can to try to at least get in there, but unfortunately he can't play out of the corner better than that. Forces the Terps back to their back corner. Hexy a little awkward, but he gets a much needed touch and a clear. Turtle, though, is gonna have to do something better with it. And it's a good demo as well. And the lead attacker, Cozy P, stops the ball for just a little bit. Skeletron dodges a demo. Big clear. Finally, Maryland get a chance to break away. That's a great defense from Andy, and the Highlanders still holding on.
Hexy into the corner, met by Daysky. And no matter what the outcome is, you got to praise NJIT well for how they played tonight, no matter what the outcome of the next 4 to 5 games of this series looks like, Taquito. But they have come out swinging, and Maryland's feeling all the pressure here.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're feeling. Again, it's still tied at 1s. The game looks like it might be OT. Hold on, Turtle, back wall. No, it was a big miss. That could have been a massive play for Maryland right there at overtime, but we see more time on the clock. The game is in extra minutes currently. Will we see Maryland step up and tie the series?
15 seconds into the extra period, Maryland goal away from 1-1. NJIT can score and make this thing 2-0. favoring the 16 seed, and although there have been 16 seeds in the past that have gotten all the way to game 6 before, so Maryland's not any neutral company here as Turtle finds the game winner 2-1.
It's a really solid demo out of the corner. I want to catch this replay one more time. Yeah, look at that. Skeletron makes a big turn. He's trying to play the ball smart out of the corner, but unfortunately, head-on collision in Maryland. Through overtime, through 2 games, they might have had an opportunity to at least win the first one, but through 2 games, we had to see them get tied and almost pushed to overtime twice. Series is, though, 1-1.
I mean, it's just... Maryland is a team that kind of doesn't, like, just destroy somebody that they should have no problem beating. They kind of always play close and kind of play around to the level that the lobby's at, and I think NJIT is going to have the advantage in that sense here, being able to play up to Maryland's speed and level, but Maryland's on a team that really kind of tries to run away with things, and they're keeping things closer, but they're doing fine. It's 1-1. No one's panicking here for Maryland or NJIT really quite yet. It's 1-1 here, and the Highlanders have done a heck of a fight so far.
Oh, it's a free double. Skeletron, what a save from Hexy. That was free. Oh my. Hexy had to stretch for that one, gets it. We do not see an early goal. That was an incredible play off the back wall once more, and Maryland missed an open net of their own.
And that's the help that Hexy's teammates need. They make the plays, and Hexy can't find the finish, and there's a 1-0 lead for the Highlanders.
They just keep scoring quicker as each game passes. What a layup. Hexy couldn't get back in time, and Daysky says, let me go ahead and take that off your hands, my friend. Goal number 1, 34 seconds into game number 3. And it's still, I can't tell you who has an edge. I would assume, again, Maryland mechanically have the edge over the Highlanders, but right now we're not even really seeing that.
Yeah, hot take, although the 14 seeds already won, if NJIT choose any higher than like a 15, I think they win the opening round, no problem.
I mean, yeah, you would want to believe that, but right now, I mean, brother, with what we're looking at here, do we even really know ball at this point?
Well, just the way the NJIT kind of shot themselves in the foot too many times in the regular season, Taquito, and in a weak conference as is the America East, I mean, they didn't do themselves any favors over the course of the year, and now they've been down to 1 seed, and they're, again, playing well here, but again, I really feel, had they not shot themselves in the foot in the regular season and done what they should have done, that this tournament would be a whole different outcome in terms of the seed list for the Highlanders.
Yeah, I can agree. This team does not feel like they should be the 16th seed of this group, because that is just rough, dude. This is a tough round 1. I mean, for both of them. Like, this is not an easy game for the Terps at all. We're seeing them down 1 in game 3. They had to take it to OT to win game 2, and they almost had to go to OT in game 1 before it was stolen from them in the very last seconds. We see a pass here. Cozy P finds Turtle with the connection. It's not as strong as they want it to be.
That's now twice in this game alone. The Maryland offense just can't seem to find the finishing blow here. Now an open target for Turtle. Skeletron's back makes the save, and the Highlander defense still remains perfect in game 3.
Yeah, perfect is just the best way to describe it. I mean, they are playing incredible. Double commit there, leaves Hexy alone, but he's there to keep the ball in the red. We have a pass out possibly. Cozy P can't get there in time. Good defense. Hexy was up once more. Better deflect again from the Highlanders, but Turtle is not going to quit. Skeletron, no boost. Gets a send away, but this ball has remained in the final third for the past 20 seconds.
2:15 to go. Maryland still trailing 1. As the Terps looking for one more here. That shot, it's going to be good from Turtle. Finds the upper corner, 1-1.
Oh, I thought they stretched for that one, and I really thought the Highlanders had that, but 2 people committing. That was a great angle from Turtle. It turned into the worst possible outcome. Tie ball game. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Again, with the way the Highlanders have been playing defense, this is about to be an incredibly rough 2 minutes to get another goal, unless Turtle is about to make me eat my words. And he does. Hexy on cleanup. Give him the lead.
2:03 to go. It's Hexy off a deuce here for Maryland. That's 2 straight for the Terrapins.
It's so funny, too, the irony that there's a player named Turtle on a team whose mascot is a turtle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I find, I don't know if that's irony, an oxymoron, whatever you want to call it. I find that so hilarious. But again, the lead taking goal, 2 minutes left. There's no way Hexy's actually going to jump for that. He plays it smart, but he doesn't grab the boost early enough. That leaves the backfield open just a little bit. Turtle, good touch. Cozy P, he tries, but gets denied immediately. Couldn't get back to the ball in time. The player that we expect to be Mr. Flashy has just honestly been smothered. If I had to like give it what it really is, he's kind of been smothered this whole game.
Well, 125 still to go, and for what it's worth, North Texas again up next. That's a 2-all equalizing opportunity. Daysky puts the Highlanders back to level.
Really good heads-up play by the Highlanders here. Daysky on a big dive. I like the fake. The net was just wide open. Everybody pushed up to the half. Really good on NJIT to recognize that situation. Still, in the same moment of every game we've been in so far, the minutes are counting down. The time is not the friend of either team in this scenario. And honestly, it seems that these moments will favor Maryland more than the Highlanders. I almost wanted to stop that call, but it was a great save at the back line.
Maryland's region opens up with North Texas next, and then Arizona State or LA Tech after that. A match, assuming the winner of that wins the opening round. Then it would be followed up with likely number 2 Florida at the bottom of the regional final. So it does not get any easier for Maryland after this.
No, not at all. Like, this is, it's kind of like, what's the phrase from The Dark Knight? What did Heath Ledger say when
oh my
good Lord, Hexy, that had some pepper on it. Crossbar gets denied.
That shot was seasoned.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things of like the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. You know what I mean? Right now, the immovable object is NJIT's defense.
Absolutely agreed. And now Maryland feeling the wrath of that here. 10 to go, tied at 2. We're going to have another opportunity for an NJIT overtime winning goal here, barring a shot from Hexy here. Andy off the save. One last effort for Turtle.
What a shot!
No good. And this one is killed. We got overtime.
What a save! 2 times in a row. You got peppered with a crazy touch. Cozy couldn't get back to it. That could have been an attempt at a kickoff goal. Andy's going to send this one wayward, but doesn't make it further than Turtle. That's a great touch needed. Hexy up, has one to beat. Skeletron is their boost there. He's going to guide it home, but he can't sneak it under the crossbar. The opening shot denied by the woodwork here in game 3.
And that's what Hexy's going to want back to Keto on the goal line there. 30 seconds in the overtime period, and Hexy again going to want that opportunity back for one more chance at it, but we play on an extra period. 2-all, 30 seconds in.
Oh, good demo in the mid from Hexy. Cozy P, not that much boost, but gets taken out anyways for his efforts. Cozy needs to get this one away. Hexy doesn't have much to play with, but that's all he needs is a couple of pads. Decides to go wide with it. Demo's good, and they're just deleting the attackers on the pitch on both sides. Everyone is getting removed if they have an opportunity to sniff a goal.
1 minute now in the overtime period here. Maryland's offense trying to go to work here. One last chance maybe here to close the first minute is Turtle. Taken away by Andy. Maryland offense still on the field here. One more chance across the middle. It's Cozy P as he's turned wide left and no good. Hexy back to center. It's Andy to the clear, and NJIT break the pressure. Back to the offense they go.
Yeah, it's not going to be for long, though. It's not even going to be sustained. Cozy P picked that one up. He's going to go for a hook. That's a good touch. Can he get the back wall defender? He does. Hexy needs a touch. Turtle, you have an open net. You squeeze it in. You do. He made it so hard. He made it so much harder on himself, but he still found that goal. Maryland, through 2 OTs, take the lead in the series.
And Maryland find a bump and a demo and get a fortunate defense spun for an open net there. Taquito, we're back to 2-1. The Terps in front after 15 minutes.
Why? Okay. This is totally off topic from just anything we're talking about currently with the game. Why is it every time you invite me onto this broadcast, this is what we get?
Because we need the content.
Why is that? I mean, I get it, but like, it's been like the past 3 times we get nothing but pure content on the broadcast. It is Yeah, like the quantity's got it absolutely right. Best 16 seed performance of all time here in CCS, dude. This is incredible.
I don't know about that, but we're close to it.
If they go game 7, it's literally the best performance. Like you can't tell me it's not.
Yeah, if it goes to game 7, it would be. But there's been one 16 seed that did blow a 2-0 lead and then lose the next 4 games in a row in overtime. So it's happened before to play a 1 seed quite close. It was Florida Gulf Coast all the way back in season 4. And I believe it was, I don't remember what 1 seed they played in the opening round. They took them to game 6. They blew a 2-0 series lead and lost 4 times in a row in overtime.
Oh, dude. That hurts to hear. Hexy on an opening shot. Oh, it was deflected well. That was a bump. Cozy P left on an island. Lead blocker there. Good awareness. No one's there, but you can't get back in time. It could have been a beautiful counter for the Terps, but they get denied.
Again, if you're Maryland here, you don't want to start the offseason early. You're a 1 seed. They want to take advantage of what might not ever happen again for this roster at Taquito. And with the way the bracket is, the road obviously is hard coming up with Arizona State or LA Tech, followed by what should be Florida. There's 4 minutes to go. It's a 1-0 start. The Terps run begins here.
It was good. That was a great bump on the side. Turtle with the following demo. 1 touch. Trying to get the ball out of the direction of danger, but unfortunately someone couldn't get back in time. Really heads up off-ball performance from Maryland for that attack. But again, if this series has taught me anything, I am not sleeping on NJIT at all.
It's just the evaluation of work this team's done over the year. I mean, they've shot themselves in the foot a couple times too many, and there are a lot of undefeated conference tournament champions, and didn't quite help the my goodness, Turtle. Hold on, I'll get to it in a second, but you know, they just didn't help themselves all year, and hence had they play a 1 seed here in the opening round, but and then Turtle does that while I'm just talking about NJIT's season with a flip reset and powered his way through the goal line. 3.5 to go, 2-0.
Hey, man, that's not a turtle in a half shell. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's a turtle in a full shell. That man was absolutely large flipping into that ball. 2-0. This is the Maryland that we're used to actually seeing here. They are commanding that offensive respect so far, and maybe it's because they've turned up the gear in this specific game. We're in game 4 now, and they have finally shown what we're used to seeing for them. This is the 1 seed that we thought we'd see perform on the broadcast.
And it absolutely is. And this is the Maryland that we should expect to play deep into late April and into early May here as the season starts to wind down. As Turtle's in trouble, finds the save though. 2 minutes down, and Keto, if Maryland's going to make a run, it has to start here, and this is showing us a glimpse of what could be to come here.
They are, but again, I refuse to not give the Highlanders the praise they deserve. They may be slowing down in this specific game currently, but I'm not going to count them out. Give them some boost, give them some room. Back wall play here, triple commit on defense. Andy couldn't do much with it, decided to lose it to the back wall. Good defense there from Hexy. The pinch not going Daysky's way, but that deflect is good. Cozy P, you need that touch because what? That was... You can't miss those, Islanders. You can't miss that.
There's the open
There
net.
it is. Okay.
Well, I was getting ready to say that Maryland is so concise and they're so consistently good. They're precise in their touches. They don't whip the ball. They don't leave each other on islands. And then here they leave on open net. They whip and they get scored on because of it. But most of the time, this team is very good at making consistent and good touches. They're precise in their challenges. They're precise in where they're hitting the ball and finding their teammates in open space, but then they make mistakes and get punished for it. And I think a lot of teams in this tournament are going to have problems dealing with that, like next week with North Texas maybe, and especially time with NJIT. They're getting punished for a lot of mistakes. But Maryland's roster, again, they're very good. They've got an opportunity to go win a national title this spring.
Man, if they manage to get through this round against NJIT, which right now they're at least in the lead, and they're in the lead in the series, so they look to be doing so. But these next games cannot look like this.
Absolutely not. I mean, again, you don't want to, give a higher seed than 16 and more momentum into a series. But I mean, it's number 8 North Texas next. But I think the way that Maryland's offense operates, NJIT's defense is perfect for it. and they're seeing success from that. But I think the way that I've just watched UNC play Louisville, I don't think their defense will be able to get out of the sustained offensive pressure that Maryland always seems to find themselves in these bigger series.
Yeah, it feels... Oh, that was an incredible... Oh, it's off the mark. Oh, man, that was a beautiful cuxer. We would have loved to have seen that one go in, but it is what it is. Good play on at least the defense to clear. We get Skeletron trying to get a touch. No angle there, but it's okay because Cozy P just needs to be clean up. They take the lead once more. 67 seconds left on the clock.
1:07 to go, and again, I think that talking about the North Texas game coming up. I mean, I think for Maryland's sake, and I think the defense has got to be better than it was tonight. That's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. But
correct.
I think the offense, if they can find sustained pressure and put North Texas in bad spots, then I like the matchup on paper. Because this is a roster that, again, it's very good. They should make the Final Four, and they should have a chance to play for a national title. If you go in this season thinking there's 2 or 3 teams that could beat Akron, Maryland should be in that conversation.
Oh, what up? Oh, that was beautiful from Daysky. The performance from that player on offense so far has only gotten better as this series has gone on. What makes me so happy to see this is, like, no matter how far one team gets away from the other, they still are within reach. It doesn't matter.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, they find a lead too. That's just insane, brother. This team is, you know what? This is the biggest wild card I've ever seen in CCS.
I don't think Maryland's in a voice call, by the way. 39 seconds left, though. Maryland's not coming, it sounds like, as the Terps are down by 1, and the Islanders in front.
Man, I'm over here, again, just trying to rack my brain on why we're in this position to begin with, but that's what happens when, like you said, oh, hang on. Might have some mechs, no boost. Hexy needs to get on it. Challenge from the corner. Turtle, good touch to the back wall. We might find something here if they can continue to play. Turtle uses all of his boost, so the Terrapins will not have a chance again on offense. So they must play for the back wall. It's a good save, but it's just into another member. It's off the crossbar. Hexy, you need a lot of possession here, and you're so awkward. Seconds counting down. No boost. Andy, back wall play. Skeletron to tuck it home. He does. We have our first game won by a 2-goal lead. The series is tied again.
5-3 the final. 2-0 going into game 5. Hexy's out of the lobby looking for the card change. I think now at this point I would expect Maryland to get it together. I would expect that if they're not in a call, then they're going to go get in a call right now. They're going to start locking in and trying. They have to at this point.
I guess better late than never, right?
Right. If they're not in a call coming, this is the point where they have to go get in a call. They've let this series get too far at this point, down or tied 2-all. They don't want this to get any worse than that. So I think this is the point where they've got to have a serious conversation and lock in here.
This is... I don't know, this just feels... Okay, I don't know how much RLCS you watched or 1v1 content, but I don't know if you remember Fairy Peak playing Khalid in ones, and Khalid was bragging, and Fairy Peak hit him with the be careful, and then turned around and came back from a 6-1 lead.
No, we read it correct, Blinker. I know that NJIT's not in call, so Maryland's not either. I can see their call. They're not. I don't think they're in call. According to, I am looking at Hexy's Discord. He's not in a call, so I'm fairly certain they're not coming. But I mean, hopefully now they are, though, because again, this is just not looking good. And he's got one.
7 seconds in, man. They're just scoring quicker each game.
Yeah, the Maryland defense is breaking down the live on broadcast, and Houston, we've got a problem.
My favorite thing right now is the true parody. Oh, God. What I was going to say is it's the true parody in the chat between Sejka and Quantity. Quantity refuses to believe this is real, and Sejka is cheering on NJIT as much as they possibly can. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
All right, Maryland's comeback effort now down by 2, 18 seconds in. The Terps got to get it together here. If they lose this one, they're facing elimination from Game 6 and on, as the Terps of Maryland, number 1 in the South region in the tournament, got to find a way to win here.
I mean, they really do, because as it stands right now, like, they are in no position to really do anything. There's a wide open net if Andy turns on this and puts it. Okay, Cozy P is back. Hexy unfortunately missed that one. Grabs the boost again. This is a good dunk from Daysky. No one on the follow, though. Everybody back. Andy's up early. That's a great touch. Turtle has Cozy for the finisher, and we finally have an opening goal that looks like the Terrapin.
4:01 to go. It's Turtle into Cozy P, and the Terps within 1 again as NJIT's early 2-0 deuce. Cut back into 1 here. 4:01 to go.
No, Sejka. No. Don't pull back. Don't pull back. You're not allowed. No, keep the hype up. Keep the hype for the Highlanders. I don't want to see you backing down now. No, sir.
Salter, go. Open target.
Yeah, this is just... Okay, no, not me. I mean, Andy. This is the other thing. You know what? There are certain people I love in your chat that, like, they provide their own version of commentary to ours, and this is what makes CCS so fun, having the active chatters who genuinely care about the series. So that's what makes this the cinema content, channel over here. It's what we do at the CCS. Turtle on the challenge, can't get a touch over. Cozy P's way late to the challenge. Should have been there a week ahead, but instead was a week behind. Skeletron, chance off the side wall. One moment, can we see if we get something? No, Cozy P's up in time. Hexy needs to get there. 2 big whips off the back wall. Someone's gotta go. Where is Maryland? You gotta go in that moment.
It's 2:55 on the shot clock here. Maryland trying to do all they can. Another opportunity for Turtles. No good off the post, taken away. And the Terrapins still without a singular opportunity there. Halftime coming up down by 1.
Oh man, like that was their moment. Hexy, it's a good challenge. He can't get back to it off the back wall. Turtle should be able to finish. The woodwork has literally been the bane of Maryland's existence this entire series, dude. I swear to God.
That 4th man signed on a 1-day contract for the 16th seed here at Taquito. The 4th man defender has done one heck of a job tonight. Clearly the MVP if they do pull this one out.
It's one of those things of, like, they have every opportunity to really actually land solid challenge goals, solid opportunities. Daysky jumps as a fake. That was good. Forced the defense to go. But still, there's no boost right now on the Terrapins. There's nothing they can do because they're playing constantly out of the corner. They're down by 2 again.
149, the Highlanders up by 2. The 16th seed can start to feel it.
If they break the mold and they get the swing game of the series and they go up in game 6, 3-2, we are going to have to see a generational comeback on the side of Maryland.
It's 140 left to go. Houston, we've got a problem. Number 1 seed Maryland trailing by 2, 90 seconds left to go. Maryland comms should say, Houston, we hear you loud and clear. 90 seconds. They've got half a minute to get 2 goals on the board.
But that's plenty of time, truly. Like, it's genuinely plenty of time for them to figure something out. Turtle off the side, jumps early. I like the idea to go back to ground. Hexy needs the pass, and he's a little too in front of the angle where he needed to be. Cozy tries to catch, can't get the handles. Skeletron off the ceiling. Andy tries to block, but that leaves Daysky back. He gets the ball. He's not able to find a better touch, though. They are melting time off the clock. They're playing it so well that Maryland actually cannot create an opening for themselves.
50 seconds left to go. NJIT up by 2 was Cozy P back in his own corner with no boost. His boost also stolen by Skeletron as they can't even break their halfway line here at Taquitos. The offense just buried that one on target. Cozy P off the save. 30 to go. The clock continues to tick.
They have to score, like, right now, man. This is... It is incredible that we're seeing this performance. This should be a goal. What? And it's not. It doesn't matter. Like at this point, they don't have the time. There's nothing that Maryland can do. They will be going down in a best of 7 series, going into game 6, 3-2, the 16th seed in the lead, looking to take out the 1 seed.
This is unbelievable if NJIT win one more game. I mean, this is unheard of. Never happened before. It's 0-15 in the opening round.
Hey, Bleeker, it's not even being underglazed, bro. It's just they're the 16th seed. You got to call it what it is, man. This is not how this should happen statistically in a bracket, but at the same time, NJIT clearly is not a 16th seed team.
Well, we're on to game 6, and Maryland are now facing elimination for the next 10 minutes here. Is now NJIT 1 win away from a stunning first round upset.
You know, I'll just answer the chat. Mr. Blondie Moo, if they win the series, yes, it is the best showing. But if this goes to 7, it is also the best showing. So win or lose, this is the best showing from a 16th seed team in the CCS.
No one's ever gotten 3 games off the 1 seed until now. NJIT 1 win away. Can Maryland survive the upset of effort here and win 2 straight? Now, if you weren't locked in last game, you've got to lock in here, facing elimination, down by 1 in the series.
Yeah, they need to absolutely lock in. This is probably the... Oh, that's a good touch. Not going to be on target. Andy takes that one for a ride. Tried to get to Daysky on the early jump. I appreciate the pre-jump, but unfortunately, they couldn't find any good connection. You know, at the end of the day, they haven't scored this early on. The fastest they scored in this series so far was in 7 seconds. So the fact that we've seen it go this much, Cozy P, great touch. Still 34 seconds in, and we get a goal, but this time it's Maryland taking first blood.
This is the kind of offense Maryland needs. I mean, you get these quick 1-2 opportunities. They're good at it, too. I mean, they make a lot of opportunities happen, but the shots just never correctly placed, and they can't score much off their 1-2 punches. And when they are scoring like they are there, I mean, this offense is scary when they can create multiple ways to score and threaten you defensively, like where Sexy and Cozy P solo playability. But now in a series like this, NJIT's got them rumbled. Now they're on their last life.
Yeah, this is... It's just genuinely do or die. You have to win this game if you're Maryland. You need to push to game 7. Cozy P doesn't get the flip reset. Good challenge, though, to follow through. Turtle has a flip reset. Back to the mid. Cozy was there, could have turned, but got turned away by Andy. Might see a ground pinch. Instead goes for the dribble. Appreciate that. But still, offense dissipates. Skeletron trying to get back, and he does, but good challenge from the defense on the Terps.
It's a 16th seed on the verge of a historic upset. With one more win here, but now Maryland trying to avoid being the joke of the league for the next couple weeks. As 3.5 left to go, Maryland trying to avoid disaster in the opening round.
Yeah, I can't imagine the show trying to update everybody in the league and showing that the Highlanders took out the Terrapins and not laughing while it happens. So I get being the butt of the joke, but they are definitely trying to avoid that. It's a great challenge. Hexy is on the right side to receive. He's going to look for a back wall double. It's defended well by Dayski. Touch thrown away. Cozy P cuts that one off. It's a flip reset, but he didn't have any power for it. Hexy tries to clear the back line. Skeletron denies that opportunity and just carries it all the way down the field. At least dissipates some defense for the time being. The offense, though, is going to be the most important part here on the counter.
2:40 on the clock left to go. Cozy to center, no one home. Hexy and company halfway through game number 6. Up by 1 here, singular goal in game 6 right now. Taquito, and again, you do not want to see a 1-goal lead. You need to get this game under control as soon as possible. Put pressure on NJIT to perform in game 7. That one's over the last defender. We're tied.
Oh. I thought Turtle had that, and Hexy was trying to get back. I didn't see a boost pad that he could have grabbed. Oh, no, yeah. There was nothing he could have done to get back in time. He took the long route. He took the scenic route back out of the corner. That will tie the ball game. Just underneath the half. NJIT that much closer to the upset.
North Texas watching this being like, okay, like NJIT might be able to be a force to be reckoned with next week if they pull this one out, but 2:13 to go. Maryland trying to avoid being the butt of the joke of the league for the next couple weeks of the loss here.
Yeah, this is not good. Andy has a shot on target. What a save from Cozy. Ooh, boy. Much needed defense from the Terps right there. They get the ball at least in the red for now. Challenge has Cozy. Turtle receives. Shot has some heat to it. Andy's awkward. Hexy just needs to put it low and powerful, but he couldn't. Still offense held by Maryland. Cozy P throws the flip reset. Skeletron gets a much needed deflect. They're still playing defense right now. It's hectic, but they get a chance to breathe.
Maryland will break the pressure immediately now. Hexy off the kill from Andy. 90 seconds left to go. NJIT, a goal can really start to make them feel it here. But again, Maryland have to find a way to force a game 7. But you know, if NJIT lose here and going to game 7, it's still anyone's game to win the low 50s. Good for the Terps, 2-1. Whew.
This is exactly what Maryland needed, man. This is, I mean, again, you're at a moment where you got to take every single thing you get your way, and it's by any means necessary is how I'm gonna say it. By any means necessary. Do they need this? Hexy almost puts it top corner. They take a 2-goal lead.
And that's the Hexy we all know here in CCS. He makes plays happen. He's playing hero ball when he shouldn't have to. A 1:08 to go. It's 3-1.
Again, dude. You can't tell me that you need 6 games to heat up against a team that I'm not going to say that it should have been easy, but I am going to say you shouldn't have made them look this good, because the Highlanders have looked amazing through this series so far.
Well, they have had one heck of a series here, no matter what happens in the next 6 minutes of regulation time here in 6 and 7. But nonetheless, I mean, it's one heck of an effort, no matter if they do win this or lose. But Maryland have got to get it together if they're going to find a way to expect to make a deep run in this tournament.
They absolutely are. Turtle has a solo play here. He needs a little bit more boost. Didn't have it. So they'll play this from the corner. But now it's Maryland's turn to waste the clock. They just need to keep away from any dangerous threat on net. They're doing so well now. Turtle puts one on. Skeletron denies. But if they don't score right now, and I don't see that happening currently, it looks like we get Champs Field in an insane showing from the best 16th seeded team in CCS.
5 seconds to go. Game 6 will tick down, and we are heading to Champions Field, where number 1 Maryland will look to survive a historic upset with number 16 NJIT. I think after this one's over, if Maryland do advance, they need to just forget all about tonight.
Yeah, they really do. Hey, they're going to have fun at 0 seconds. I respect this from the teams. Just get one more if you can. That one will finally find the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, Champions Field awaits.
One last 5-minute game here, and I think, no matter what, if Maryland do win this and go into North Texas next week, they just need to forget about tonight and figure out how to get back to the way they're playing through Big Ten play, where they're dominating. And if they're going to go far, whatever happens tonight cannot happen again.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Also, did you see that the P in Cozy P stands for fraud?
I saw that one.
Yeah, Fraudy P.
That's crazy. Fraudy P is crazy. Well, I think it's clear that Maryland's never going to live this down, no matter what. Now, with being now the worst 1 seed in a first-round game, to let the 16th seed get 3 games, or they're going to lose, and they're never going to be able to let that one live it down with the community. But now, Game 7, Maryland, one more chance to prove it here.
All I know is I hope Cozy hits a clip at some point and steals the Fraudy P moniker. I gotta see that happen. You know what I'm saying? That would be hilarious. But for what it's worth, we open up Game 7. It's looking pretty run-of-the-mill so far. No one scored. That's an open net to shoot on. Good save away from Cozy himself. This is a little awkward, but they get it back to the mid. Cozy just launches that one to the ceiling, gets off the bevel, and unfortunately isn't able to find anything else from it. Pass to the mid. That's a good idea to cross coast to coast, but unfortunately Maryland's not on it.
4 minutes on the clock to go here. 4 minutes. Still tied at 0-0 after 1 minute here. And this is a game 7 that has never happened before in the opening round for a 1-16 seed NJIT. One heck of an effort here this spring.
Yeah, this is truly incredible. We'll laterally clear that one. Daysky picks it up, has a couple to beat, does get it past Hexy. Turtle is there on the challenge. So defense is good for Maryland, and that one's going to disrupt any rotations they thought they had. Turtle trying to clear that ball into some space. The fourth defender, this time coming in for Maryland instead of against. Turtle on a chance, has a flip reset. He can't get back. Wait a second. Whoa. That was a massive whiff that actually still ended up favoring the Highlanders.
3:10 on the clock to go here. The Terrapins still looking for their first of game 7. The first goal has been nearly perfect in this series. Taquito just 5 wins and 1 loss through 6 games here. That 1 loss again came of effort of Maryland back in game 1. But now a chance for the Terps to find their way back to the round of 32 and forget all about tonight.
Ooh, that's on target. Turtle, big save. Cozy needs a touch. At least goes back to the mid, but Daysky's going to cut that off as quickly as they can. Big demo as well. Turtle has boost to play with, and that will be easily handled, but the clear is going to be the most important thing. He doesn't get it. Hexy's awkward. He goes up. Good challenge on Daysky. No shot on target. Skeletron, chance off the back wall. Hexy's there, but needs help from Cozy. Terrapins, they do get off the back line, but at what cost? All their tools are gone. They can only cling and hope to chase and regain possession.
Maryland's playing with low boost all in the tanks as well, which is making this 10 times more difficult to find the right clear and find a way to transition. There's a clear from Turtle. Now he's at half a tank. Maryland's offense set to enter here. 2:04 to go. Turtle on target's good for 1.
It took almost 3 minutes of gameplay for one of these teams to actually score. If that isn't a testament to how well these guys are playing, then I don't know what is. Good demo down below. Force Daysky into an awkward position. They open up. The Terps have taken the lead, but if you know the story through the past 6 games, it does not matter. NJIT, if they can find a will, they can find a way.
Cozy P off the corner here, still 150 away from a round 2 game with North Texas. Taquito, still don't panic. You know, if you are NJIT, and Maryland should not be comfortable at all being up by 1 here at this point in the game, but you know, NJIT have shown a fight all night we've never seen from a 16 team. If Turtle can't connect with Cozy P, that's been the story all night long. Their 1-2 punches just can never seem to find a rhythm.
No, unfortunately they can't. Cozy defends that one well. This is a good touch. Oh, that could have been a great deflect, and it could have been a cherry pick of the ages in this series so far. Turtle needs a little bit more help. Hexy gets his boost stolen, so now he's got nothing in the tank. Cozy looking for a couple of extra touches. Turtle needs to activate. Defense is low, but still, this is just no matter what you do. Like you said, you can't get comfortable, and Maryland have not looked comfortable at all this series.
57 seconds left to go. Flex shot there, taken away by Hexy. Now back will be Turtle for the offense here. There's Hexy, the double from Turtle in the midfield. Not there in time as Cozy P. 45 to go. That one on target. The right corner is tailed away by Daysky. And the Highlanders still remain within 1. Time on the clock with 38 to go. They're out of time.
Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. They need to seize possession, and they need it now if the Highlanders want to push this to OT. We've seen him score with few seconds left in the game. Andy needed some help. Skeletron's awkward. Mid-challenge is good. Daysky, sidewall, can't get back to it. Skeletron tries to find Andy. That one's cut off. They have one solid chance here at the possession that they're going to need, and I don't know if they're going to find it.
8 seconds left to go. Maryland just need to kill the clock here. They don't got to score. Just keep the ball alive in the right zone and don't let the Highlanders have one more chance here. Just want to go to the sidewall. There's an opportunity for a kill. Still alive for now to the corner. There's the fall. No, it's still alive. Hold on. They're trying to kill it. There's a shot to the corner. There's the kill. Number 1 Maryland will survive the upset. They've got a date with North Texas.
That has to be genuinely the most heart-pounding, heart-racing, gut-wrenching series Maryland is going to have probably all bracket until they get close to the finals. My God, NJIT, what a stunning performance you had here in round one.
We'll see how the rest of the bracket plays out here for Maryland. It's number 8 North Texas next. I think now at this point, you forget about tonight, figure out the offense. The defense played well. The defense won them this series. We can't, I'm not going to lie. If their offense can find the rhythm again like they did earlier in the year, they can make a run. We'll see how North Texas reacts to the sustained offensive pressure Maryland can provide. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. See you all tomorrow.